Top 10 most expensive Christmas trees in the world. It's night time to be jolly once again, but before we plunge into the hectic activities of completing our Christmas preparations, let's take a look at how some of the Santas already go about fashioning their Christmas trees. No, we won't be looking at most unique ensemble, rather we're going after the ones who charted a glittering course of diamonds, gold, even platinum, to fashion out and dreamiest of Christmas trees ever. One thing that stands out about these most expensive Christmas trees, they are rarely made from the same natural boughs in the early Estonians, Latvians, and Germans' favor. Instead, our list is populated by masters of design with visions of glitter to meet the euphoria of the holidays, choosing precious gem and ores rather than the natural medium of tree parts, all twigs and leaves of them. Well, sometimes going natural can be a bit of a trouble. 1. The Emirates Palace Hotel decorated Christmas tree, $11.4 million. If you're still scratching your head about how the price of design could equal the Marshall's weight in gold, you'd probably be pondering deeper how Abu Dhabi, not the most Christian state in the planet of all places, could figure in an even wrap-up proceedings in our most expensive Christmas trees in the world. But yes, in 2010, the most expensive tree in history sprouted up at Abu Dhabi at the luxury Emirates Palace Hotel in Abu Dhabi to be exact. The total cost of tree did not come from the structure itself. In fact, it did not exceed several $1,000s. You would have to fix your attention on what they put around the tree. The Christmas decorations, which managed to chalk up expenses in the millions. We're talking about extreme number of diamonds, gold, pearls, sapphires, and emeralds here. 2. Ginza Tanaka Disney Gold Christmas Tree, $4.2 million. Ginza, Tokyo couldn't quite make it to number 1 on our list, but this solid gold is guaranteed to upstage any presents placed order it. The $4.27 jewel of a Christmas tree this time reaches 2.4 meters and features 50 Disney characters who suddenly decided they turned themselves into pure gold for the holiday season at this time in Japan. The gold totals 88 pounds, all at 24 carat value. 10 artisans in 2 months in short, the Disney tree made it to the store display in time. If you bother to calculate and wonder now how 88 pounds of gold became $4.27 million, the solution is rather quite mundane. In the world of precious gem craftsmanship, at least part of the price goes to design. 3. Hong Kong Swarovski Crystal Christmas Tree upward of $1.8 million estimate. As expected, Hong Kong is never going to be outdone by Asian neighbors Singapore and Japan, and it's not going to be satisfied with mere mall and store display. It's going for the airport, for the jugular window, and for the world, so everybody from the planet visiting the place will not miss its glittery intent. The world's leading experts in rhinestones and the Swarovski company is going to be part of the action. The tree that would come up the airport grounds is no mean feat too, measuring a guaranteed 50 feet high, dressed in 20 million Swarovski gold and silver crystal, brought all the way from Austria lining the edges. They also made sure that the awesome tree is placed on the location that is highly visible for both departing and arriving travelers. 4. Takashimaya Department Store Preserved Rosemary Christmas Tree, $1.8 million. While most of the list and entries have featured towering trees so far, Takashimaya went the other way to prove that size is not all that matters to command attention. The price, of course, when it comes to Christmas tree, glamour. Based and designed by Parisian flower boutique Cloud Quinqua, Takashimaya managed to shrink the Christmas tree to a mere 40 cm, 16-inch height, clustered by a small tower of preserved roses watched over by a bear. On the petals of each rose, however, are diamonds of Australian and African extraction. They lay on the petals like drops of dew that fills another type of thirst, and for anyone capable of shelling out a full 1.8 million US dollars. The bear companion is not less paltry. By itself is a diamond pendant that twinkles with the stars above. 5. Ginza Tanka Jewelry Shop Tabletop 3 1.8 million US dollars. Tokyo's Ginza Tanaka takes center stage a second time with this 6.6 FD Christmas tree crafted out of shimmering 42 lbs of pure 24 karat gold processed into disc golden wires. Commemorating the shop's 90th anniversary, the Midas Wars tree was seen as a way to spread Christmas cheer in Japan. Of course, many would be doubly cheerful if they could manage to carve away the whole thing. At 1.8 million US dollars, however, they need to be content and happy from afar. 6. Washington DC Capitol Christmas tree 1 million US dollars. There is still one place on the list where the enormous price of the Christmas tree does not mean artificial limb. Twigs and leaves. Since 1964, Washington's Capitol has committed to conifer right out its own commissioned tree nursery, replanting the living thing roots and all right in front of the White House once it is holiday ready. At times exceeding 20 meters, the humongous but prickly plant calls for thousands of light bulbs to bring out its glory. Imagine the logistic involved taking the plant out its home while making sure the roots are intact, carting it off to the Capitol grounds, and negotiating with the stinging branches, and it's easy to see how expenses could quickly escalate to million US dollars. Locals and visitors did not mind, of course, all the prices were to slide. 7. Suki Jewelry Shop Diamond Tree 1 million US dollars. Next, for our most expensive Christmas trees in the world, we are heading to Burgess Junction, a shopping mall in Singapore, which commissioned native jeweler Suki to lend the new air to holiday through a 6-meter, 3-ton Christmas tree bearing 21,798 diamonds, totaling 913 carats with twigs thrusting up 362 crystal beads for all to marvel at. To make sure the awestruck audience would not miss one tiny detail, Suki placed 500 light bulbs to bring the whole structure to its full glory. To a ward of uninvited attention from unsavory elements of the population, the majestic setup was subjected to 24/7 security. Tough life for the people who had to make sure not one piece of the thousand is ever missing. 8. Steve Quick Jewelers Gold Tabletop Rate 500,000 US dollars. In 2007, jeweler Steve Quick was in a special mood to bring out the spirit of the holiday his own way. Come up with a creation that is both elegantly aesthetic and reflects with the virtue of charity that the occasion calls for. Pounding 18 karat of the solid good into glistening yellow Christmas tree, awash in a scattering of diamonds to give the viewer the perception of crisp snow was his ticket to his vision. Topping the golden tree is a star crafted from both platinum and diamond valued at 4.52 carats. The star is fully detachable too, allowing the owner to use it as a pendant, though tree and pendant found no paying clients when it is displayed at the storefront. An eBay auction did the trick, with the proceeds going straight to American Cancer Society. 9. 12 kilogram Ginza Tanaka Christmas tree, 468,000 US dollars. As you will discover further down this list, Tokyo, Japan, Ginza district's Tanaka jewelry store is quite fond of gold, fashioning the precious metal into something that would produce rich ohs and ahs from the adoring public. In this case, the output is 12 kilogram worth of solid gold, fashioned into pure yellow sparkling delight. In today's dollar, that is worth 468,000, good for a number 9 on our list. For a bit of background trivia, Ginza Silver Street in literal English, but really stands for mint, refers to places where money was minted from way back in 1612. That means anytime you find a place labeled Ginza, the place is certified royal mint in days past. Ginza Tokyo is not only famous for its Tanaka jewelry, it's also the place where you will find land with the most astronomic valuation on earth. Image where gold pieces dished out by one of its residents, Tanaka jewelry store. Of course, it doesn't hurt that Westerners will not find themselves at a lost-in area, Ginza, Tokyo being the first area in Tokyo to fashion itself into Western mold after the 1872 fire that gutted the district. 10. Sofitel London St. James Lock Tree decorated with cognac, $55,000. To start proceedings with our most expensive Christmas trees in the world, we're going to London. There, the management of the fashionable London hotel Sofitel pays tribute to hard-nosed London pop culture and push elegance in this seemingly mundane metal frame concoction laced with 200 miniature-sized 24-karat gold bottles containing no less than Louis XIII grand champagne cognac. They were made by hand by Baccarat masters, some of the more renowned crafters of crystal products. Crowning the Christmas tree is an exclusive smoky blue chandelier. To spice things up, the hotel offered guests the chance to order a Christmas spa program worth €2,900 along with a gift. An exquisite decoration from Baccarat. If you happen to stumble to the whole getup needing to fill up, you would do well to work your way from the top if you don't want the whole structure bearing down on you for a dizzying smash. If that happens, be ready for the hospital bills and the $55 price of the whole shebang.